to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back with another video. How y'all doing? Gonna be y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day on a productive day. We back at it fast. I'm gonna smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, tap in with me, join me in my journey. So let's talk about it. Terence Crawford responds to Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. He told them they never getting a shot at the top dog, which is him. He called him some very wild language. I can't say that on YouTube, but you guys should definitely check his Twitter and see what he said. It's very wild. But he responded back and said that they're never getting a shot, and those guys didn't want to fight him at first. Now they want to fight him. And to be honest, he's 100% right. Those guys didn't want any part, no idea, no thought of Terence Crawford. They want to stay on their side of the street while deflecting and saying Terence Crawford is on the other side of the street. And we know this. Everybody knows this. Crawford had ample opportunities to fight Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia passed on him. And we know this. And that's no disrespect to Danny. Danny didn't want to fight Terence Crawford. They had ample chances to fight. If you guys didn't know for the channel, Terence Crawford actually thought that Keith Thurman, was the guy at 147 before, Spence, and that's when Keith Thurman had the WBC and the WBA. He had beat Keith Thurman, and when Terence Crawford was at 140, he would always refer to as the fight he wanted was Keith Thurman. He didn't get interested into the Earl Spence thing until the fans started just, Earl Spence. Then he got interested in it. He was, more leaning to fight Keith Thurman. And, Keith Thurman would always kind of try to deflect and be like, oh, he's too little. He's 140. He's a little guy. He's too little. He always did that. And I always thought that was very soft for Keith Thurman. Hit me with he's too little. He's a little guy. I can't do nothing with him. He's too small. And we knew that was, that wasn't right. Cause come on, man, Keith. Now all of a sudden everybody's tune changing, and it's I'm definitely willing to fight Crawford now. If the opportunity presents itself, it's all that now. It's I'm willing to do the Crawford fight now. And I feel Crawford. If I'm Terence, why fight me now? And I don't gotta fight you guys. In all honesty, it's things that Terence Crawford could do. He doesn't have to give those guys a shot. He's not. He doesn't owe those guys anything. Because those guys, avoided that man for years, and we just let it pass. So I'm glad, Terence Crawford did this and checked those guys, and and they needed it, in my opinion, because it's time that the tables turn, and it did turn, because Crawford definitely referred to that in a tweet. He was like, my, how the tables have turned, and they did turn, and I'm glad they did, and everybody got to notice it, Danny Garcia and those guys. And that was the PBC side. A lot of people kind of gave PBC a pass for ducking for years. I wasn't even on YouTube, and I used to watch YouTube boxing media, and I noticed some guys, would always kind of be like PBC, and PBC has some good, good ways, but they got some bad ways. Just like ESPN got bad ways, but they got good ways. All these, companies, aren't the best. So, but I guess maybe because, PBC was black, and, they was kind of, I got to be with the black crowd. But, I call it how I see it, and, those guys didn't want to fight Crawford. They would always refer to him as the other side of the street, a little guy. And I'm glad it turned this way, Danny Garcia tried to respond on Twitter like, oh, I'm rich, bro. I don't want to pay all those sanctioning fees, and I could buy more real. What does that have to do with anything? You not getting the fight. You said you really wanted to fight, so don't try to confront your move now like, oh, I'm rich, bro. Don't try to play the rich card, because both of y'all got money, so don't try to play the rich card. We know you got money, so don't try to play like, oh, I'm rich, I don't need. You want to fight. You want the payday. Don't say you might not need to pay, but you want the payday. So don't front your move like, oh, I'm rich. Yeah, we know that. Don't state the obvious, idiot. Like, come on, don't do that. Like, we know you rich, Danny. Like, come on, fool. You just want to fight, and he smacked you in the back of the head, saying, "Nah, you not never getting the fight," and you didn't like it. That rubbed you the wrong way. Just call it a spade a spade. You know, it rubbed you the wrong way. You didn't like it. It's the truth, though. You guys did avoid that man, so don't try to sit and pout and play the rich card, because both of y'all got money, so you know. And the fight would be pointless anyway. Crawford would just outbox Danny. Danny's feet too slow. You know, unless Danny lands one of those lucky shots, he got a chance. But if not, come on, man. We're not watching no Crawford versus Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman will give us a tough fight. But he's been out the ring for so long, who knows? You know, and that was always Keith Thurman's issue. You know, I'm not mad at Keith Thurman, but, you know, he did try to play the Terence Crawford too little role, and he really didn't want to fight him. So, yeah. But I always felt that, you know, that fight would be more competitive than Danny Garcia. And I kind of always thought that, you know, Earl Spence and Keith Thurman, I thought Keith Thurman's style was, you know, could actually do something and make it competitive with Terence Crawford. You know, Earl Spence has a come forward style, and that was kind of more beneficial to Terence Crawford. But yeah, I'm glad Terence did this. Now he's the guy, and the ball's in his court, and now everybody got to answer to him. I'm glad he did this, you guys, because those PBC welterweights, they deserved it. You know, they avoided guys, and they thought that, you know, that this time was never going to come, and now it did. And now, you know, guys are left that they got to do what they got to do, you know. Thurman might have to fight Jerry Ennis, you know. Danny Garcia might go up to 60 and fight Arizona Lara. So it's showtime now, and you actually got to produce now, so we get to see it. So I'm glad that this happened, you know, and Terence Crawford did this because, you know, he's the guy, so he gets to do this. And those guys did duck him, so, you know, I got to call a spade and say what I had to say, because that's the truth, you know. I don't want to be spreading false rumors. Those guys avoided him. If you guys don't think different, you probably a part of the problem. So that's just what it is. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure I smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Tap in on me. Join me on my journey. Turn the post notifications on. I love you guys so much. I'm out.